Okay, we got 2 bots in here. We got a few people in here. It's, the non-Jantrax week, so y'all get to put up with me talking way more than you'd want to. Ty didn't make it either. Well, we'll make do. We got this. It is this early intro stuff. What do we do? The date. What's the date? May 12th, 2022 or 2022, or just 22, I guess I can go with. This is the Loose Screws podcast. I am your host, Commander Chig. And with me tonight, we're going to start with that guy right there. We'll go around the table. Start with Commander, Lieutenant Commander Data, Doctor.
Hello.
PhD. I don't know.
Professional hole digger. That's right.
Professional hole digger and stair builder to nowhere.
Yeah. From the what I get the feeling you're going to ask what I've been up to this week.
We're going to go right into what have you been up to this week? A, in game, and B, in real life. You haven't been out bug hunting with us a whole lot, really. I mean,
no.
So you must be busy digging holes and building stairs.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Between baseball and it's kind of like cricket for you guys over in Europe, except it's better. And I don't know what cricket is. So
you've been playing the bases ball.
Yeah. So that takes up a lot of evenings. And yes, I can get a good view from my stairs of this hole I'm digging for a swimming pool. Oh man.
Oh yeah, your above ground pool that you're digging a hole for. Yeah.
I thought
makes my head hurt.
Well, you got to dig down to level it out. Like 3 inches. That's all I was going for. That's not a lot, right?
You went more than 3 inches.
It's a lot.
You're asking the wrong people.
Lot.
Yeah. It's like 7.5 centimeters. I got two European references there. Sorry.
Oh my God!
But
how many fathoms is that?
This freaking pool is like a 20-foot diameter pool, so it's a lot of dirt.
A lot of earth.
Are you doing it by hand?
Yes.
What are you, Cool Hand Luke? What are you doing?
What on earth are you doing?
Well,
realizing the error of his ways.
Renting an excavator's expensive, guys. I spent all the money on the pool. I can't afford to dig the hole now.
You can't afford water now either, so it's just gonna be.
Yeah. It's gonna be like in that Fun with Dick and Jane movie where he's just sitting in his hole because he can't afford the pool.
Oh my God! All right. So you haven't had much game time at all. Nothing really happening.
No, not at all.
Well, that's exciting. We'll go from you. Let's hop down to B. What's up, B?
Not much.
How's have to say more than that, buddy.
Oh man, it was a long fucking day at work. My brain is just fucking fried. That's all I've been doing this week is just work. It's been a long fucking week. It's get up, go to work, come home, chill out for 2 hours, go to bed, repeat. So
no game time for you at all? Just work.
Yeah. Well, I get home normally and I'm just too damn tired to game anyways, but this week it's just been nope, that's it. We're done and go to bed.
Brutal. Ouch.
Yeah. I mean, we've had, I'm a delivery driver and we've been having some late line haul trucks coming up from Portland, so we've just it's been
in Portland,
bogging
man.
us
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I know, right? Like,
Portland, am I right?
Yeah.
Exactly. God, Portlanders. Anyway.
Some of my best friends are Portlands.
There you go.
Well, tell them to get the trucks out of their city a lot faster. That'd be great.
Wow.
Yeah, all these late trucks, they've just been killing us. So, yeah. That's been my week.
Keep your head up. How are fuel prices affecting you on this stuff?
I'm gonna die. Diesel's $5.50 a gallon. That's the most expensive, but it's regular stuff, just unleaded. It's $5 $5 a gallon so
Oh.
far. Yeah.
That's depressing. Why did I bring that up? Let's move
I
along.
don't know.
Teflon, how are you doing? Oh God, I'm going to Teflon to change the mood.
Hey,
Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
That
I'm
was
exhausted.
Bard's thing. That was
Yeah.
Bard's thing.
So
You can't
tired.
steal that.
Yeah, well,
Have
we're
another
all
emotion.
well. Welcome to the club. We're all tired. Chig may sound upbeat, but he's just as tired as the rest of us.
More so.
What have I been up to? Me and my wife went to the library because my daughter likes to go to the library and check out books on like dogs and stuff.
Cool.
And so we went to the library and we checked out some books, but they were clearing some of their shelving for new books, and so they had a couple tables and a shelf set up for people to come and buy some of the books they were trying to get rid of. Well, the sale was you could get a bag, and then whatever you could fit into the bag, you paid $1 for. And we left with 5 bags.
Yeah. I
And
bet.
we left with 5 bags full of. I think it was like 43 books
Nice.
between me and my wife. We just and she won. She won. I had like 18 and she had 24 or something like that.
Wow. That's a lot of dang books.
Yes, it is.
It is, and a lot of them are old. Like there's one about the Byzantine Empire. I think it might have been written in the Byzantine Empire.
It was a contemporary history.
I'm curious, in the Byzantine Empire, did they call themselves the Byzantine Empire, or was that something in retrospect that we started calling it? I honestly don't know. That's a legit question.
I don't know either.
I'll get back to you about it.
Once you read the book, okay.
He's got a book to read. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, now we'll go on to Nurgle, who was alive during the Byzantine Empire. What's up with you, buddy?
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. So answer the question then.
Yeah.
Did you guys call yourselves the Byzantine Empire?
No, we just called ourselves Bob.
Okay, this makes sense.
Yeah. Kept it simple. Everybody's Bob. We're just the Bobs.
Perfect.
I imagine they probably referred to themselves as Roman, as they were also the Eastern Roman Empire.
Yeah, that's probably right. So I guess in keeping the theme with everybody else, I'm tired. I would like to mention that the news here yesterday afternoon made a big deal out of May 11th being the first day when we could celebrate temperatures in the 90s. I'm not sure that's how I would have phrased it if I was writing that newscast.
Fuck no.
Because that's because that's the first day of about 180 that could be in the 90s, and I really don't want to think about it. Today was a nice day of a dump truck deciding it no longer needed its drive shaft. And just dropping it in the middle of the road. In its defense, it is a 34-year-old dump truck.
Jesus.
Ouch.
So, I'm actually impressed that it held onto it for this long because everything else is falling off of it. But I digress.
Did it flip up into the air? Like
Nope.
on a pole vault? Oh.
No, that's if the front of it falls, then you can get that pogo effect. It's sweet.
Yeah, it tail dragged, so it dropped the other end. And then
safety first.
And luckily it wasn't loaded at the time, but and then
you always got to assume your dump trucks are loaded. You never point it at anybody.
Yeah. Never. Yeah, always assume that dump truck is loaded. And
yep, and know your target and what's behind your target for sure.
Well, ironically, when we talk to people about dealing with trailers, we kind of use the same language: know your target, know what's behind your target, never back the damn thing up if you can help it, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But and then I don't know. This is the third time this has happened this year. So when I say toddler swing, does everybody know what I'm talking about? And for the record,
the ones that they can't flip over, they're set up.
And it's the one that it basically looks like a giant rubber bucket with 2 leg holes in it.
Yep, that's essentially what it is. Yes.
Yeah. So of course, we have
Well, back
toddler
in
swings.
Nurgle's day, that's exactly what it was just
Yeah,
a rubber
it's true.
bucket.
It's
Oh
true.
my gosh.
Yeah. Hey, silly Teflon. We didn't have rubber back in the day.
It was natural rubber from
It
the
was
trees.
natural rubber. Yeah.
That's why he
Had
kept.
tree
That's
around
why
it.
he kept pumping out kids.
Yeah. So anyway, of course, we have toddler swings all over the city, and for the third time this year, some teen girl climbed into a toddler swing to get her picture taken by her buddies, got stuck, and called 911 so the fire department could come and cut her out of the goddamn swing.
I thought that
That's
was
the
just
first
like
time
a
that's
meme thing. I've seen pictures of
Yeah.
that. I thought that was one idiot that did that. This is something that happens over and over again.
It
let's say it, I
until
bet but that was the first time that's happened ever.
it well
And nobody else has ever done that.
until this year, I had never heard of it happening before. But since January, we've had it happen 3 times.
I wager
What
it's
the
a new
hell?
TikTok thing.
And I don't. It's got to be. It's
Yeah.
got to be. But and of course, the conversation I had with my boss after that was, well, we know who they rescued, right? Right. So we're sending them a bill for the $85 bucket swing, right? Right. No,
Yeah.
no, we're not going to do it. No, we don't operate that way. Well, the hell, we shouldn't.
You definitely should. Like up here during ice fishing, if these idiots will be on Lake Superior in later season, and the wind will shift and the ice will drift out, and then they have to get rescued. The rescue services up here send them
Yeah.
a bill.
Charge them for it.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But in other news, somebody decided to use one of my more remote parks as a dumping spot for a whole bunch of construction debris. I can only guess they had a flood in their house because it's a bunch of mold-infested insulation and drywall.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well, the dumbasses also threw some bags of trash in there with bills in it. So the better part of my morning, after the dump truck decided it no longer needed the drive shaft, the better part of my morning was meeting this guy, because it was actually the contractor that did it, not the homeowner. But was meeting the contractor and his 3 guys out at the park to say, yeah, that's the stuff over there you need to get out of my park, and I am going to sit here until every blade of grass is cleaned.
Oh man.
What do they say? Like, oh, we thought this was the dump. Oh, so
No, they didn't say a damn word.
They know what
Because
they
me
did.
and a couple of police officers were standing there. Well, not police officers. They're actually code enforcement is the people that do that, but they are sworn officers.
And you had a dump truck pointed right at them. They were gonna take
Fully
it.
loaded.
This dump truck is loaded, man. It's
Out of the
loaded.
chamber. Yeah.
Don't make me.
Oh wow.
So,
Well,
but
that's
so that was outside of the game, and then in the game, I made the idiotic decision to go to rank 5 with Leon Rui so I could turn in a bunch of exploration data. And let me tell you, running 10,000 merits
Ooh.
is just exhilarating gameplay. I'm telling you, that is peak elite gameplay right there. Doesn't get better than that.
I started that one time, and after the first run, I was like, "Fuck, I'm not doing this."
I know. I did it over 5 days because, I mean, even sitting there and watching YouTube on a second monitor while I flew between stations, it was so insanely boring. I could not stand to do more than a couple of runs at a time.
wow.
And it's 4,119 mouse clicks to do 10,000 merits.
Oh. That's sad.
I believe you should have just talked to Dubs. I think he set up a macro to make it easier and quicker.
I thought I remembered somebody doing that, but I couldn't remember who.
Yeah, you set up a macro, and then it's just click. It's still it's so stupid. It honestly, I know why they do it, so you can't just do it easily, but they should have found another way to make it more difficult.
Yeah.
So now we've gone around to everybody except the guy who just walked in the door, Ty Worsham. We're at early intros. We're going over what people have done in game and what have they done. They've done out of game, and it's your turn, buddy.
We're all tired. That's the general mood of the room right now. We're all just tired.
Every one of these idiots has complained about being tired.
Yeah, I think Data had baseball tonight. I think everybody was kind of busy tonight.
In the basement for half an hour.
I actually had a FFA banquet tonight, and we're done.
Sweet.
Yeah. As far as what I've been doing in game, man, I'm trying to figure out this running around on ground shit. It's
You
harder.
have Odyssey, Elite Dangerous Odyssey Materials Helper, right?
No, that's the thing.
Get it.
You get
Get
that
it.
now.
Hold on. Elite, Dangerous, Odyssey,
Material helper.
Material. Oh
Sorry.
shit.
Sounds like a weird
GitHub.
version of Hamburger Helper.
It is. It tastes funny too.
Okay. This
You
is
see it?
okay. In the immortal words of the Mandalorian, this is the way.
This is the way.
That is the only way. We'll add only in there. If you're doing the ground shit and you're not using that, you might as well be punching yourself in the dick, man. Just
Exactly.
get that.
You just do what I do and don't do the ground shit.
There's that. That is the way.
That
But
is
if
the
you're
way,
going
yes.
to do it, get Material Helper.
Yeah. The only
It'll
the only
change your
problem
life.
is with not doing the ground shit is like I'm kind of out of other shit to do.
I get it.
So-
It's cool.
I'm
You
bug
come kill
hunting.
bugs with us.
I've killed some bugs. I've done that. I've
No,
done my.
no, you have not
Not-
killed bugs.
I have killed bugs.
You've killed a few Cyclops and a gazillion Scouts. That doesn't count. That's not killing bugs.
That's true. Hey, I've killed a Hydra. Wait, Hydra? No. What's up for the Cyclops? Medusa or is it a Hydra?
That'd be the Basilisk.
If you don't know, you ain't killed it. Quit making shit up.
No, dude, you were with me. Shit.
A basilisk
And I
comes
think Data
after
was with me too. So
basilisk comes after a cyclops.
is it Basilisk? Okay, so it's
Yep, and then
Basilisk.
a Dusa, and then a Hydra.
Okay, Deuce and a Hydra I have not killed. I'll give you that. Those
Yeah.
You're correct. Those are the two I have not murdered.
Yeah, come spend an hour with us fighting a Medusa.
No, a Hydra takes an hour. Medusa's quick. We do that in with a group about 15 minutes. We do a Medusa.
You know,
It takes about 25 minutes because you have to find an instance that has one.
Oh, you're
So-
counting travel time. Got it.
So I've actually been playing a lot with my buddy Gunskill. He's a real life buddy of mine, long term friend of mine. He got into Elite and then got out of it.
He's
He kinda
throwing a few 07s in Squadron chat recently.
Yeah, he told me the other day that someone said hi to him in Squadron chat. And he said it took me 30 minutes to figure out how to talk in Squadron chat. So he was actually the guy I started
Tutorial
the
for
podcast
Squadron
with.
chat.
He was actually on the very first episode of this podcast. He's one of the guys I started the podcast with. I've been playing WoW with him. God, I guess 18 years now. So 17 years, however long it's been. So,
How is that game nowadays? I haven't been there since Cataclysm.
dude, I honestly, aside from yesterday or day before, I haven't been in that game much in the last year. So the game's terrible right now. Terrible. But man, I'm just gonna tell you right now, Blizzard has had some serious issues. Everybody kind of knows that. And I really thought that they were gonna tank. But here's what I'll say about it. I am drinking that Blizzard Kool-Aid with this next expansion. I'm excited about it. And I hate it.
Silly fool.
I know I'm an idiot. I know I'm waiting for it. I know, but there's two game companies I am ridiculously loyal to. One of them is Blizzard. One of them is FDev. And it's weird to be in a situation. Exactly. It's weird. Like just a year ago, I'm sitting around going, my two favorite game companies are in the worst place they've ever been in my entire life.
I feel that tie because the only game company I have fierce loyalty to is BioWare.
Mm.
And
I was a staunch BioWare supporter up until the abysmalness of Dragon Age 3.
I like Dragon Age Inquisition. You want to have this? You want to have this talk?
No. I'm. It was timed out with a launch with other games that kind of marred it a little bit, and I think that they would have been better off timing the launch better, along with the fact of releasing a good game. So
it was Game of the Year that year.
It released the same year Witcher 3 did. It didn't hold a fucking candle.
I still haven't played Witcher 3, but I can't tell you how many times I've played through Dragon Age Inquisition. The multiplayer was definitely not needed, though.
How's Forrest Gump say it? Stupid is as stupid does. I'm
You're
sorry,
the
I'm
one
being
in
an asshole.
Texas.
Oh,
All righty then.
Just for that, I'm gonna tell you what I told everybody else the other day. I saw Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue beef jerky in the store, and I told everybody in the aisle not to buy that because it tastes like shit.
Wow. See, and I got screwed. I ordered a five assorted pack. It was supposed to be one bag of each of the 5 flavors of it, and those mother effers sent me 5 of the original. And Ty, you said all of them are good except the original, and I got 5 bags of that one. It's okay. It's not bad.
The original's good. I got a bag of it sitting here right now.
And that was a lie, Ty.
It's-
I bought it and it was really good.
okay. I didn't say it was bad. I said it is the lesser. Okay.
Okay.
It is the lesser. It is not bad, but like if I have the 5 to choose from, like I'm going to go with sweet
Sweet
and
and spicy. Yeah.
sweet and spicy. But like if it's like, well, all we have is the original. Oh darn!
Okay.
I guess I will play. I guess I will eat the sweet and spicy. I guess I'll eat the original. Shit, I can't talk tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like I said, I now have we've eaten one bag of it, and we've got 4 more bags of the same thing. So I might get sick of it by the time I'm done with it. Actually, I might save it for camping and share it with everybody else, and spread Sweet Baby Ray's jerky all over, like northern Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Do it.
The Witcher 3 came out in 2015. Dragon Age Inquisition came out in 2014.
My local experience with jerky is when it's deer season and your coworker or whoever just brings you, they just bring to work a Ziploc baggie full of deer jerky. And they're like, here, take
Yep.
some. You're like, okay, I'll eat from this unmarked Ziploc baggie, and it's good.
Which is basically a deer they left hanging in the backyard too long, and it dried out, and they're calling it jerky.
Yeah. He's not wrong.
Enjoy. Okay, well, now I guess it's finally my turn. You guys talk forever. God, I love it. Keep up
What
the
have you been
good
up
work.
to?
Then shut up and go.
I'm going to, man.
Jesus.
Me, doing the new job thing, blah, blah, blah. I went on last Friday, went on Black Sky Legion, and holy crap, was that a salty mess. There are some people that really, really don't like this game anymore. And I mean, one of them is it's Sovereign, that, longtime Lave Radio host. He's super salty and just, it was painful. So I did that.
Would you
And
mind if I
then-
ask you a question
Go
about that?
At anything you want.
Okay, so now I want to preface this by saying I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but I'm really curious because I got a lot of respect for Suv. Okay, I'm real curious what his like in 30 seconds. Give me his biggest irritations with the game right now.
To sum it up as briefly as possible, his thing is just that he finally got fed up with FDev promising things and not delivering, and then promising again and not delivering, promising again and not delivering. And just, he'd been around since, before the game launched. They were Kickstarter and all of that stuff. And then, they were doing the show before the game was released. So, he'd been around the game for a long, long time, and he just got fed up with it, just completely fed up with it. And he just isn't taking any shit from it anymore, and doesn't care what they say because he says he's heard it before. And Suv, if you're listening to this, I don't want to put words in your mouth. That's just the way I took it from the things you were saying. So if you want to come on our show anytime and clarify, you're welcome.
And I would love to have him back on here because, like, I was an early adopter of the game. Like, I played launch day. I wasn't like one of the ones who bought it, who pre-ordered it or anything, or kickstarted it, because I'm very much non-Kickstarter. But like, I get what he's saying, and maybe I'm drinking the FDev Kool-Aid, and maybe I'm like, no, guys, they're gonna fix it. They're gonna fix it. And maybe that's my problem. But I'm kind of like, Man, they're doing good. They're kind of making good on the things they've said. They're not there yet, but they're doing good. And I don't know, maybe I'm just
For me, with handling Frontier, is I have to separate them from the game in a way, and I just have to, I've decided to choose my attitude with it, and I'll just even when I get a customer service person being a douche, and then they don't do things exactly the way that I want, I'm trying to just enjoy the game rather than letting their failings ruin the game for me.
well.
That's where I'm at.
Well, I didn't mean to. Well, I mean, of course, I meant to interrupt you, but I didn't mean to get off on this whole tangent here. But because I guess some things I want to. I have a whole kind of little thing I want to say tonight, but we'll come back. Just when you get to me, let me know.
Okay. Well, we're kind of scrounging for a kind of discussion topic tonight, so maybe we'll let you take lead on that when we get deeper into the show notes. Once we get past squadron update and stuff, maybe we'll let you have your little rant. It sounds like you have, and then we'll all chime in on it if that works for you.
Yep.
As far as in-game stuff, then just more killing bugs and stuff. That's pretty much what we do. But like it was Sunday night or Monday night, I was on, and we kept running into these same guys in like the last 3 incursion systems we were in, and kept seeing these other players, and we'd end up in conflict zones together, giving 07s, but we never really introduced ourselves really. And the other night, one of the guys sent me a wing invite because I was on by myself, and it was Commander Dolbs, not to be mistaken with our Dubs. It's a Dolbs. So now we got a Dolbs and a Dubs. But this Dolbs guy, then he sent me an invite to his Discord. So I hopped over to his Discord, and him and Kieran, Ciaran, Kieran, he goes by. He's an old Canadian dude. And another guy named Tiger Damas and Michael 404 or something like that. These guys, I ended up gaming with them that night, and they were learning things from me, and then I learned how many credits we've been leaving on the table doing this. Learned this amazing trick where when you're at the megaship, you accept every non-wing mission, then leave the mission board, go back in, and it will be full with all wing missions. So then you collect all the wing missions. And then you go to a conflict zone, you end up with like 20 completed missions, and then, probably 10 or 11 of those are wing missions that every one of those you can share, and every one of those they can share with you. So you sit on the pad and you share a mission, they say accepted, and then you complete it, and then you share the next one and they accept it, and you just sit on the board. And I made, in like 2.5 hours playing with them that night, I made over 500 million credits doing that. It was
wow,
insane. Yeah, it was like 280 million in mission reward credits and another 240 million in bonds. Just rolling in it. So it was fun, and then very satisfyingly killing bugs over and over, because when they scream when they die, absolutely love it. I take great pleasure in that. And then they joined our Discord, and then we ran with them on, like, I think that was Sunday. I was with them Monday night. Trax then joined the fun, and Crash, and
Me?
Teflon ended up out there.
We did it
Manic
last
was
night.
there one night, and then on the night after that, Trax streamed, and these guys were all there again, and we're in there, a couple wings deep, and just murdering the heck out of bugs, complaining about the bugs in the game while killing the bugs in the game.
He's
God,
not exaggerating. We
weird
made
pronouns.
so much money.
Yeah, hundreds of millions of credits each evening, and engineering mats, and yeah, if you got to get out there with this tie, you'll see what it's about. Much better than doing that ground crap.
I'm
It's
coming.
always fun to play together.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. I'm coming.
Yeah, and it was a good. I mean, lots of laughs to be had. I mean, I was had to mute my mic a few times because I was snort laughing because it was so much fun. So that's what I've been doing in game. And then life, yeah, covered that too. So I guess we can move on with the show. Headlines for this episode. I don't know why we don't type any headlines. These notes always confuse me. There's nothing there. We'll just cover things as we go. I think at this point we can go with a squadron update. Anybody got a sounder? Somebody? Okay, good teamwork. All right, Nurgle, what do you got?
Nothing.
Bullshit.
No, for a change, we have nothing going on. There's no expansions, there's no elections, there's no wars. And we're just going to let it ride like that for a little while. Because I think we had something like 7 back-to-back expansions while we had wars and elections stacked on top of them for a while. So we're going to enjoy not having anything on our plate for a week or two. Of course, there's already people complaining that we don't have a war to play in, so we'll try to engineer a war for everybody to play in. But nothing
There's a
going
war.
on.
War against the Thargoids.
There you go. Go shoot some Thargoids. Take advantage of this lull to go shoot some Thargoids.
I'll have to give that a try.
Yeah,
So.
you see, you might like it. Try it.
Try. I might like. I've fallen for that one too many times.
Yeah.
So, well, all right. Well, that's pretty gosh darn exciting. I guess. Do we want to do a Bard segment?
Sure.
What do we want to call it? Bit? What is it this week?
We can call it a bit.
A bit of the Bard.
Yeah, a bit of the Bard. I like that.
I always blame the Bard.
Well, it was until people started
Jay
calling
Barron.
me, but you know.
I'm gonna bite the Bard.
Hey, now.
Ooh, hey.
Better than banging the Bard.
Well, hey. You guys say this like it's a bad thing. Come on now.
As long as he barks.
Barks while you
think
bang.
I'll think about it. All right. Welcome aboard the Tenhadium Express. Didn't have a funny intro because when I recorded this segment last night, it was late and I was tired. So I don't have an intro. So just going to dive straight into the news. On May 6th, the Marlinists build more starports to eventually lose control over. And May 9th, Rackham can finally afford a starport rebuy. And May 11th, Archon and the Cumo crew coup. And there was much debate about that one, but we'll move on to today. May 12th, Salvation blows his load across 3 systems. Palin's first phase of unknown total phases completes, and Trillionaire to become billionaire after funding party. And that's all I've got for this week, and yeah, have fun out there.
Awesome. I have a few questions though. Let's talk about Salvation blowing his load on the 3 systems, which I'm very upset about because we lost 3 incursion systems. We were killing bugs and camping out and having a good old time. But he used his new super weapon, and apparently he has 3 of them, and he used them in those 3 systems, and all the Thargoids retreated because they just didn't like. I don't know. This thing sounds like it's almost like a fenceless, thing that with dogs, I don't know. It's a repellent more than it's a killer of them.
Yeah, it kills them. It kills them dead. It's not a repellent.
Okay. Where did you read that? I mean, I was reading through the stuff and I couldn't hear anything, get any real information.
It was first used in Cornsar when they first invaded, when Salvation first used the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
When he first used it, it basically killed a lot of them, and the rest of them fled because they didn't all want to die.
There crash sites or something that
Yes,
appeared
there
after
were
he used
crash sites on the planet, surface planet. So it kills
Okay,
them.
that's when he used it the first time. Is this the same weapon? Because I thought this was a new weapon he developed.
No, this is the same weapon. What he's been doing is just been tweaking it and fine-tuning it since then. That's as far as we know what he's been doing. Granted, he's built 2 more of these fucking things, so that means we're going to have to rearm all of them now, and God knows how many mats that's going to take. Unless he's, somehow made them more efficient, which would be really fucking nice. But
Do
Yeah,
we know what these are? Are they mounted on a megaship? Are they mounted on are they planet based? What
they're
are these?
they're mounted on megaships, and that's my guess is how he was able to deploy them into 3 separate systems. But I
Okay, now where did you see that? I'm trying to get a handle on some of this stuff because I've been
so
reading the articles and stuff, but I haven't been able to see what any of this stuff actually is.
we don't know what it actually is. That's kind of one of the big things is we just don't know. We know that they're mounted on the ships themselves, the megaships. Like what's his megaship? The something I can't
Right,
remember.
Sentinel?
Yeah, that one. That's where the first one was mounted to. But what this thing is, or even if it is, mounted on there like some sort of antenna sticking out of it or something, I don't even know that. It could be just something else completely different. What it really is, we don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah, well, that's why because I was wondering if it was a planet-based thing, and the fact that
Oh,
this thing is repelling them in space, we might see ground Thargoids for the first time because that's what they have to send in to disable this weapon. That's the headcanon I was starting to work on, or the theory I was starting to work on. That's why I was researching it a little bit to try to figure out where the hell these weapons are actually at.
That
right.
Well, it's
sounds
gotta
like
be
a
where they're
viable
headed,
theory to
right?
me. Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, because if we go back to that the infamous leak, attached to that leak there was that pseudo
That part.
screenshot of the
Theory I'm kind of going with is this weapon is repelling their space stuff, and it would give an actual reason why we hadn't seen ground units before because they didn't need to send them. And if they need them to defeat this weapon, that would be the great intro to bring them into the game. I don't know. We'll
Or
see.
just, have ground Thargoids because, well, they can't seem to do anything in space without, getting obliterated by Salvation and independent pilots that'll, work through a CG in damn near a day. Because when it was first released, the Federation almost got all their bugs wiped out within the same fucking day it was released. But, um, that being beside the point, the Thargoids would probably just deploy the ground forces because, well, they just can't beat us in space. Might as well just beat us on the ground. Try that because we don't have any technology to defend ourselves against the ground. We don't have the rifles, for example. We don't have
Well, we
anything like
don't
that.
know what the ground ones even consist of to know if we
Bingo.
have what we need or not.
Exactly. We
We know
don't know, and
nothing.
that's kind of the catch-22. We don't know. So, like, yeah, we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. We don't know what this weapon is. We don't know how they're going to deploy the ground troops. If they're going to deploy the ground troops, we're guessing they will. We're hoping they will, but I don't know.
Yeah. All I know I was really bummed today when I logged on, was going to do my breakfast basilisk, and there weren't any CZs in the zone and no signal sources. I'm like, no, why? So then I went on and did some other stuff. Okay, so that was everything with any other dev news anybody wants to cover?
I just want to chime in here and say that
Or no, we're not dev news. We're
Basilisk
Galnet. Sorry.
is Basilisk is now the title of this episode.
It can be. Me and Trax have been doing breakfast basilisks for a while. That's what we do with our morning coffee. Go solo a basilisk or a Medusa. It's just you find basilisk missions more often, so it had become a basilisk most mornings. Occasionally would be able to do a Medusa instead, but
Hmm.
it is what it is.
What would you put in a breakfast to call it a basilisk breakfast?
Oh, it's got to be a cereal. It's got to be like Captain Crunch that just tears up your mouth.
I was thinking, well, that or an omelet.
Maybe like an omelet with like some hash browns like on top.
Yeah.
I'm more picturing going through the Basilisk cupboards in the morning after you went home with it and you slept with it and you woke up in the morning and you were looking for something to eat. So you're probably going to find like Pop-Tarts or Rice Krispies or something.
Wait a minute. To be clear, we're talking about Thargoids. Your first thought is going to bed with it.
Thick
You
booty.
have not been around
Thick
enough.
thyroid
You-
booty, man.
Booty.
You can't wait for Thargoid ground combat.
Have you not seen the
Yeah.
thick Thargoid booty?
I've seen it. It's pretty good.
He's ignored it.
I'm telling you.
To ignore it.
When Thargoid ground combat becomes a thing, you're going to see Teflon's ship landing, and the nameplate on the side is going to read Chester the Molester.
Yeah.
Smooch them Thargoids.
Yeah, he's going to have a windowless van and be offering candy to goids for sure.
Yeah,
Free
Guardian.
Ammonia
meta
based
alloys
candy.
inside.
Meta alloys and ammonia-based candy. Come on in.
All right. Well, let's hop into Chig Chat. We got a Chig Chat sound. Somebody do something stupid.
wait, I sang last week, didn't I?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you did Bard's thing last week. We should have had you do that one again.
Yeah, go ahead. Be my guest.
No. I think I sang last week. Or I don't know.
Is there a prohibition on singing 2 weeks in a row?
It's Chig. It's Chig Chat. It's Chig Chat. That's where it's at. Where it's at. Because he's got the cheese. It's Chig Chat. It's Chig Chat. That's where it's at. Go get some cheese.
Outstanding.
Big Chat is
Bravo.
brought to you by Frank Sinatra.
Bravo.
I love the good throat clearing at the beginning. You do, and then you just break into it.
We
I
gotta get
love
that
it.
cheese out, man.
We never know where it's going to go. It's just, it's amazing. Love when you're back.
Yes.
See, the best part is I don't know where it's gonna go until it's like already out there.
All right. This week, we've decided Chig Chat is, just random achievements by members of the community and, looking for submissions to Chig Chat or, well, I'll try to pay attention as much as possible if somebody's just talking about something. And I don't, there wasn't a lot this week, going on, and we're so busy killing bugs we didn't notice stuff. So I'm just going to bring up I've got like 3 things here this week. Big one, Data finally watched The Fifth Element.
Woohoo!
Oh my god!
I
I'm
did.
so proud of you, Data.
It's a terrible movie. I hated it.
Get out.
Hang
Well,
on,
now
I'm
we have to
demoting him
kill
right
him.
now. Y'all hold on, I'm demoting him.
Bye.
Brain froze. You're a liar. Liar. What'd you think?
No,
For
no,
real?
it was good. It was good. Yeah, I liked it.
It's entertaining.
They lived up.
That
lived
movie
up
really
to the
deserved a sequel.
praise. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic at this point for sure.
Yep. I enjoyed it. So thanks everyone for hounding me about it. It was a
It's about damn time.
good watch.
Well, the next step was we were going to come to your house and tape your eyelids open and duct tape you to a chair. And make
Movie
you watch.
night.
Clockwork
Yeah.
Orange style with Fifth
Yeah.
Element. That's just
Yeah.
weird.
We're having movie night at Rick Dalton's new man cave he's
You
building.
damn right we are.
We're all moving in there.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
Rick.
Rick Dalton had the slab poured for if I'm trying to remember, I'm not looking it up right now, but it's like a 1,200 square foot man cave,
Yeah.
isn't it?
40
Yeah.
by 30, yes.
Yep, 1,200 foot man cave. He's gonna have his Harley in there and all of his toys and his gaming section, and apparently his wife's only allowed to come in if she's bringing him drinks. Attaboy, Rick. That
Woo.
And he's gonna have to put some bunk beds in the back for all of us that are going to be
Mhm.
staying over.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to be moving there because once I tell my wife I want to build a 1,200 square foot man cave, I'm going to be looking for another place to live probably.
No kidding, right?
Wow, he's living the life. Second thing, Jan Trax got elite in combat, so that makes him triple elite. Congratulations, buddy. That is definitely
Yay.
duckbills.
Woo.
And
Congratulations, Mommy Tracks.
this one. I hate congratulating myself. Yet you know how much I hate patting myself on the
Lord.
back.
Don't break your
But-
arm.
Log roll. Yeah.
Literally yesterday was my 2-year anniversary appearing on this show. I've been doing this
No way.
2
Good
years.
job.
May 11th was my first episode in 2020. So I've now been on. You guys want to care to guess how many times? Actually, this will be interesting. This shows how much of a community show this has become. In the 2 years, I've now been on 83 episodes.
Wow.
Is that all?
There are 2 people who have done more episodes than me, and you guys could probably guess pretty easily who those 2 are. But how many more episodes? Ty and Trax are the 2 who have been on the show more than my 83 times. How many times has Ty been on the show, do you think?
Probably one more time.
I'm going to go with somewhere in the 90s.
105.
Want to guess, Bard? Teflon?
112.
115. I'll be that
115.
guy.
89. He's only beat me by 6
Hey.
episodes.
I was pretty close.
Which surprised me. I'm like, holy crap, he's only done 6 more episodes than me. And
Well,
go ahead.
I was actually pretty close because I was like, that's about when the poop hit the fan for me, was about shortly after you came on. So
It was a lot longer than that, dude. You were main host for quite a while. Yeah, I was surprised actually when I was looking at the spreadsheet I've got with all this data in there. It's you went for quite a while after that. So,
wow.
and then we've got Jay and Trax. Now you were on there 89 times. Has he done more or less episodes?
More.
Ooh.
Oh, I would say more.
91 episodes.
93. So 4 more episodes. He's done 10 more episodes than me. But that to me is insane that Trax has now done more episodes than Ty Worsham.
I believe it.
But I'm right there nipping at your heels now, Ty. That's kind of crazy. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Our main people who've appeared on the show quite a few times. Who would be the next guy with the most episodes after me, do you think?
Dubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Dubs.
Dubs is in a dead tie with one other person.
Hate?
Nailed it. Dubs and Hate have been on here 58 times
Wow.
each. And then after that, there's 2 guys that are really close. And they're both on the show tonight. That's
Nurgle.
Ada and Nurgle.
I was about to say.
Yeah. Now, which one of you guys has been on more episodes?
Nurgle.
Probably Data.
Yeah, probably Data.
No, maybe.
Super close. Data's been on here 53 times, only 5 less than Dubs and Hate, so 53. And Nurgle is tonight is your 50th episode.
Yeah.
Yay.
So 50.
Oh, I made chocolate
50.
cake for the occasion.
So
I like ice cream cake, Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
No one
The
asked you
chocolate-
what you like.
The chocolate on the bottom and the
It's
vanilla on
not
the
your
top with
50th
the
episode.
Oreo cookie crumbles in the middle.
That's oddly
Yeah.
specific. Methinks he's
Yeah.
had this before.
Yeah. Oof. Good.
He's trying to drop hints for when he reaches like a milestone episode.
I guess he is.
Yep. Go ahead, as you were saying.
first time he actually hosts the show and takes lead on it, I'll send you that freaking cake, dude. Just so I don't have to do that. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting, and I thought that was a little bit of an achievement to be able to put up with you. I mean, for you guys to be able to put up with me for 2 years, I appreciate it. It's been fun.
God, I wish
Stayed
I'd
in the
known.
community
I wish
longer
I
than
had
you've been
known
on the
that.
podcast.
Yeah, I mean, he has. He's been. Chig was one of the first people in here. I think it was Dubs, and Chig was right behind him. I think so.
I came in. I wasn't here for that first Christmas episode where you murdered Dubs' wife. I joined sometime in January, so I was in a bit late, and then I go calling Roy Cookson a longtime Discord person, but I think he's was actually in this Discord before I was. So
Was he
my apologies,
really?
Roy. I don't know what to call him because he's like listed as like lieutenant or something in our BGS. He's doing expedition for us. He's been around here forever, so I don't know what his actual title is. We should really have him on the show one of these days because
Man,
his nice, calming voice. Like I've said, if I was going to have somebody narrate my life other than Morgan Freeman, I would have Roy Cookson do it.
And you do know that after you said that, he changed his Discord title to long-term Discord person.
I know. I know. That's why I had to bring it up. So
How many of us are there that are lieutenants? It's me, Roy, Izzy.
my
Who else?
daughter's in there. Yeah. Which is weird. I don't think the lieutenant thing means a damn thing. It was a random rank we made up one day.
I just noticed it one time and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
See, that actually kind of makes me feel bad because, like, I wish I had better memory or a better log of like the first people who joined in. Because like, I would have bet money Chig was in the first wave of people after I set up the Discord and when it, and like y'all don't know this. I had the Discord set up for about a month before I was just like, okay, I'm making it public because I was nervous about it. I was nervous as hell about it. Because I'm sitting there like, I don't think anybody's going to join in here. I don't think anybody's even listening to this shit. And I hit the button, and like within an hour, there was a crap ton of people in here, and it kind of blew me away.
It's been a pretty impressive. When I got in here, I don't know how many people are in here. 50, maybe 100. I don't remember. I honestly don't. It blew my mind because I was listening to this podcast, with at that time, you were, see, I joined, Kai it was you and Kai basically running it and Trax popping in occasionally. And the first time I joined the Discord, it was like all three of you were in Discord at that time. Like, Jesus Christ, is this game your guys' life or something? I'm like idiots. And now I know, yeah, I'm doing the podcast. And yes, I'm in Discord all the freaking time. It just is what it is what it is. But if it wasn't, for the core people that have been around forever, this wouldn't have, survived. We just have a great community.
Yeah. And to y'all's credit, man, like when the poop hit the fan for me, you guys kept all this stuff. Like when everything happened, and like I said, I told all you guys I got to step away. I don't think we can do the podcast anymore. I said something like that, and then Trax and you and I can't remember who all else now, but y'all stepped up and said, no, we'll keep doing it because we want to. We think it's fun. We think it'll help the community and stuff. And I be very frank with you, I didn't expect y'all to keep it going like y'all have, but like y'all reached a point to where I don't even have to do anything anymore.
Oh, we've noticed.
And it's I really can't get over the fact that you guys just took it over and took care of it. And yeah.
Well, if we skip a week, I get sappy emails or messages from people saying how this is their cheerful thing each week, and they're sad that when it's not there and all this stuff. So I really do feel bad when we don't put out an episode because some people, God fucking knows why, really enjoy listening to the show. So I'll come on and talk about this stuff, and I get to spend an hour and a half each week hanging out with some of my closest friends, and that's just the way that this has evolved over time. I hang out with the guys in here far more than any real life friends anymore. I still get together with some people for trivia and stuff once a week, but there's no other friends in my life that I freaking talk to more than 2-3 days a week. And some of you guys I talk to like 7 days a week. If you count text chat, it is 7 days a week in constant communication with a bunch of you people. So, and yes, I said you people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had real like in-person friends around in a long time. And so like, this is my group of friends. You guys are my friends. Like this community is, when I say I'm going to go talk to my friends, so I tell my wife, hey, I'm going to go talk to my friends for a while. I come here and talk to you guys.
Yeah.
I'll hang out with my friends. We'll go fly spaceships with my friends.
Yep, we're all flying spaceships.
Yep.
Anybody want to try to plug some dev news?
I would
Was
if there
there-
was any.
I know. I'm looking at the dev news. Okay, no stream. This is the off week because they're going fortnightly, or I don't know, whatever English term they use for every other week.
Other than the fact that apparently their Twitch channel was still advertising that they were going to have a stream today.
Yep, because somebody overlooked that somebody should change the calendar on their.
Yeah.
On their Jesus
No.
Christ.
I don't know if the Warhammer Chaos Gate controversy counts as dev news, though.
What's
Oh
the
my
controversy
God.
on that?
They were doing Twitch drops for that game on launch day. So they wanted people to come and watch other people play the game on Twitch rather than play the game they paid to,
And
had been waiting for.
it was like non-cosmetic stuff.
Yeah,
Was
it
Yeah,
was-
it was like it's like armored and weapons and things that you can only get from Twitch drops. Like
Yep,
it's
exclusive Twitch drops that were weapons. They aren't like end game stuff, but the game's brand new, so nobody needs end game stuff. They want, whatever they can get their hands on, and they how just tone deaf is that by a company to do something like that? It's mind boggling. So yeah, that was another FDev kind of stumble. Jantrax reached out to Frontier again on his issue tracker thing, which everybody should be going and voting up. It's sitting at number 8, I believe, on the issue tracker. If, for those who don't know, this is the bizarre thing with this game where your frame rate will drop, but so does your GPU utilization. Only time your frame rate should drop is if your GPU is at 100% utilization, and this game never gets up to 100. Well, if you've got lower end equipment and stuff, it can be locked at 100%. But if you actually, tweak your settings and stuff, dumb down, you will see that you can make any GPU not work at 100%, and it should always, be capped out trying to produce as many frames as possible. That every game does that. This game does not. So he followed up with them because they had asked him to, and they replied that there is no news or planned date for a fix, but they maintain that they are working on this complicated issue. All right, I guess they'll just keep working on it. So get out there, vote on that. He's got it in the notes. It's currently sitting at number 9. There'll be a link in our show notes. Otherwise, just go to the issue tracker and vote that up. Any other dev news? I can't think of anything. I could just complain about them a little bit more, but I'm not going to. I'm trying to keep a happy outlook on it, and I think we're at the point we're gonna hop in. Let's let Ty, you said that you had a little spiel you wanted to get into, and then we'll open it up for discussion. Bueller. Okay, well, I guess Ty stepped away. I guess then I could try a southern drawl and just start complaining about something and see.
back when I started the game, things were different.
back when I started the game, the Corvette was the best ship in the galaxy. Now it's all ugly.
It was a beaut.
Put
Now-
on ugly.
Now I hate it. I hate it a lot.
Hold on,
Fix
someone's
my
breaking.
vet, FDev.
Someone's walking through my front yard. I gotta go shoot him. Hold on, be right back.
Well, that escalated quickly. Jeez, Data.
Oh wow, Data!
Went to a dark place.
I just had to kill a spider. Like I got a text message. Spider, I need you.
We did it for you. We told your story.
We weren't making fun of you at all.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. Yeah, it was a lot of good Ty Worsham impersonations because you weren't here to give us your rant.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay,
it's not.
You're up. It's
okay.
not a rant. I know.
Rant on.
It's not so much rant, but okay. For the last, there's been a fair amount of gaming news over the past couple of, well, I guess about a month now. Blizzard announced their new expansion. They announced a mobile game. They announced another mobile game that's releasing on June the 2nd, and they said that mobile game is going to be on PC, much to people's like and dislike. And we've had a stream that basically said, with Frontier, that said, "Oh, we're going to be done." That kind of everybody think they're going to be done with this game, and then they followed it up with and said, "No, we're not done. Here's a roadmap, but it's not a roadmap." And about a week ago, Sony let go of all of their Square let go of all of their Western titles and sold them to a
It's on the blockchain or something, or the metaverse, or whatever they're focusing on.
Yeah, that's really weird to me. But I've been kind of digesting all this because it feels like there's a shift happening in the industry. Now, I kind of say all this because, like, about a year ago, or a few months ago, was when Microsoft announced they were going to buy Blizzard. Now, I want to be clear about that. That's not a game company buying another game company. That's the equivalent with Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. That's like McDonald's buying Starbucks. It's on that level. It's a lot of people just chalked it up to just one game dev buying another one because it happens every few weeks nowadays. But it's like Disney buying Marvel. It's on that scale. Although I think Disney got a better deal there. Square selling off their Western titles and them say, "Oh, we're going to focus on blockchain or something." One or two things are happening there. You look at what Square's doing, they're not really developing a whole lot of AAA titles anymore. And their MMO that they're making, they just released what they're calling the culmination of their storyline. So everybody's kind of thinking, well, we're going to get a Final Fantasy 14-2 or whatever they're going to call it. Or they're going to get here's another storyline, and then fast forward the storyline or something a few years. Because all of their expansions have been leading up to this expansion to where they tell the story. And they're basically saying they're done with it. And then it kind of got me thinking about how Blizzard is doing these mobile games. And this is coming back around to Elite, so bear with me a minute here, okay? Blizzard is doing these mobile games, and I don't like mobile games, but they make money. I like AAA titles. I think everybody would agree that everybody in here and a lot of people listening like AAA titles. But the fact of the matter is, mobile games make money. And they make a lot of money by comparison to what they're spending. And when you can make a mobile game pennies on the dollar by comparison to a AAA title, they're going to make the mobile game. So I look at what they're doing with these mobile games as a way to support their AAA titles, which sounds a little weird, I know, because it's like, well, how come they cannot support their AAA titles there? You got a lot of money. Well, the whole thing kind of comes down to how much money. And you look at what Frontier is doing. And I'm a very big believer that we don't have the A team on Elite Dangerous anymore. I'm a very big believer that I don't know how many people they have employed at Frontier as far as actual developers, but I really feel like that they have pulled away more and more developers onto other projects because, I mean, they keep bringing in other titles, they keep announcing other titles, but they're not really hiring a lot of folks. I mean, they passed 500 employees 2 years ago. Have we heard about them passing 1,000 employees? No, we have not. And if they were going to announce 500 employees, there's no reason to believe they wouldn't announce 1,000 employees. And they brought in 2 new titles since then, or 2 new IPs since then is a better way to put it. And then you kind of fast forward a little bit to this Chaos Gate thing, which did they develop that or did they just publish that? I think they just published it, right?
I
I'll let
don't
you
know
know
for
just a
sure.
second.
I believe that they just published that and they're doing
They're doing like the
all
porting
the
or whatever.
promo work and everything. Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
but we're being fact checked by Teflon, so.
Okay. So I think where I'm kind of driving with this is that I think what I'm seeing these other companies do is diverse themselves enough to where they can build these other little projects to where they can make money that'll give their AAA titles a brand. That, for instance, like when they're doing their board meetings, they say, okay, well, Warcraft made us X million dollars this quarter, and we're expecting to get another X million dollars this next quarter. Well, they're not going to break it down to Warcraft Mobile, Warcraft PC. They're just going to say Warcraft or Diablo. So you transfer that over to Frontier, and they're like, well, Elite Dangerous made us this much money, or we lost this much money, or we spent this much money developing, and we're not getting that much money back in returns because we're not really selling anything, or we're not getting console sales, or we're not getting ARC store sales, or whatever the case may be. I guess what I'm getting at is that maybe Frontier needs to diversify some more to be able to embrace that a little bit. And I think that might be why I kind of think they might be in trouble. When you look at how other companies are doing this, even Microsoft is doing this diversifying, where they're buying all these other companies. You know, they bought Bethesda, they bought id Software, they bought Activision Blizzard. They now own Halo, and they own Call of Duty, or will own Call of Duty by the end of the year. I think that Frontier, and they don't have Microsoft money, obviously, but I think that if Frontier doesn't look at from the point of view of diversifying a little bit and be able to meet some of their promises, yeah, I think they're going to be in bigger trouble than what they think.
Whenever we get into the business talk, we always kind of see things a little differently. If you put out a good product, you'll be fine because that product should make money if people want to play it. I don't care how much they diversify if they're going to be doing stupid shit like they did with this Twitch drop thing, or they're going to, announce their, canceling consoles and not have a plan. If they keep doing stupid stuff like that, I don't care how diversified they are. They're going to just keep making idiot mistakes. They just need to manage their company better. There's indie games that make good money. They're not part of a big conglomerate. There's No Man's Sky, how they've come along, Star Citizen doing what they do. There's a lot of different business models in order to, make a profitable game and, hopefully a good game. And as long as you get people coming in and you don't shoot yourself in the foot, it's all about making money. What these big, conglomerates that we're getting together now, at the end of the day, I feel that, you're only going to, hurt the consumer by, continuing to go down into this monopoly model where you get these giant platforms doing, owning everything. But if they're being managed properly and they're throwing money at their games and they're not screwing over, their customers, so be it. But it really just feels like portfolio padding. This game makes money. Let's try to make more money with it, or we know we can make more money with it because once they get another game, they can streamline some stuff because you can overlap some developer talent in the different games and shift stuff around. But it's just going to come down to management, no matter what size the company is.
Well, like with Microsoft, Phil Spencer Man, he's a gamer. The first thing he said when they bought id Software was, well, now we have Hexen. Hexen. Who the hell has played Hexen since like 1997? And Phil Spencer, the very first thing he tweeted, well, now we have Hexen. He didn't say Doom. Well, now we have Hexen.
And what, he couldn't get Pac-Man? I mean, seriously.
Well, I mean, I think that speaks volumes about the person that he is, though. Is that he's sitting there going, man, I really just want to play some Hexen. I really just want to play these games.
Phil Spencer was a really good choice for president of Xbox.
Absolutely. And the more I learn about the man, the more I read about the man, he is. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a millionaire, and he may not be the greatest person ever because of that, and I have different feelings on that. But without a doubt, the man's a gamer. So I think that speaks volumes to what Microsoft could be doing in the long run here. I think that Microsoft is one of the better. The Microsoft Xbox side, anyway. I won't talk about their PC OS side. I have different feelings on that. I think the Microsoft side is one of the better run companies out there. And the whole thing about No Man's Sky and all that, man, let's not forget No Man's Sky or Hello Games is cruising on however many millions of dollars they got from Sony before No Man's Sky sales. Everybody kind of lauds them for releasing all these 12 updates or whatever it's been. That's great. I think that's awesome. I'm glad they stuck to their guns and fixed their game. I love that. Don't get me wrong, but let's be real for a minute. Sony gave you guys $50 million or more for 12 or 15 people to run your company. And then you were able to get percentage of sales off the top of that. And you sold millions of copies. Y'all made y'all's money. Yeah, you should release 19 updates or however many it's been for free. You're damn right you should. And to be honest with you, we should have had this shit to begin with. Yeah, I'm done.
It's the whole game industry, though. Obviously, all of this stuff takes longer than they think. Like Starfield and that other game, Redfern, Hoopstick, whatever the other game that's coming out, just got delayed. And it's like they're, you're going to have your idiots that are outraged, but most people, there's a collective yawn. It's like, well, duh, we knew it was going to be delayed. So, we're ready for that. And, this game, things just take longer. Star Citizen, all these games. And like, I don't know, I get into a good debate about Star Citizen and it's an alpha. That's why it's buggy. It's going to be an alpha forever because they're just going to keep building the game. And as long as people keep throwing money at it, that's what the game is. And in a lot of ways, almost all PC games are launched in some state of alpha or beta and called, a finished product. They just, in order to collect more money and in order to charge for ships, without it being pay for win and people losing their minds, they keep it in the alpha stage, because they can, and they keep saying that one day it will be released. But do any of you think that Star Citizen is ever going to be a quote unquote finished product?
No.
It's been like what, 10 years? It hasn't been 10 years since the Kickstarter.
It has been. I think I went and looked the other day. It's been 12 years. 2010, if I remember correctly, 2010 or 2012. So it's been 10 or 12 years. Yeah, I think it is too. So 12 years or 10 years, $450 million on their Kickstarter. This isn't including their store sales. Like their store sales have more. Reportedly, they have over 150 employees, and we don't have a game that works.
It's far more functional than it was.
I played it just 2 weeks ago. I ran 30 missions. I couldn't get a single one to complete because of bugs.
Wow.
Not a single one.
Been 10 years. Like
the only mission I could complete was a UPS drop-off box where I had a little box. I walk over to the box, have to put it in the little thing and press the button, and I'm done. And don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong, that was kind of cool. I mean, I kind of like that delivery mission. That was kind of neat from doing delivery missions in other games. That was actually kind of cool, but it's broke as shit. What Frontier has given us is a game that functions for the most part. It has a lot of bugs, and even on my ridiculous ass system, whenever I'm cruising around on foot, man, I hear my PC fans just go, woo, and I'm like, what the hell are y'all even doing? Like they kick up and go to 100%, but I look over and it's not doing shit. But man, they're trying. I'm getting pissy.
It sounds like it, and I don't know. Elite could have been all these years. They could have had called Alpha and just been going forward with it. Changing stuff along the way. I don't know the whole release versus beta versus Alpha. Because I mean, when Odyssey launched, that was the Alpha. They were claiming that what release was going to be a branch from, or the Alpha we had was a branch off the tree, and then the game launches and it was the fucking tree. That's what it was. So they just threw the Alpha out and called it, oh, this is our release game. No, this is an Alpha release at best. This game was a complete freaking absolute mess at launch. They've come a long way. 10, 11 updates in now in order to get it running halfway decently. I hopped in VR earlier tonight just to see what the frame rates would be in my headset, and I want see a carrier jump and all of that stuff. And it was my first time with the VR headset on foot. I didn't even try it because I thought the screen, it's just an asinine idea. So I hopped in and gave that a try earlier. And yeah, that screen thing, it's just an asinine. You're playing what I felt like is, like in a horror movie where they show that the killer, like Jason Voorhees, is following somebody. It's from his perspective. That's what I felt like, because I've got like this, I'm looking at a TV, but yet it's first person, and it was really, really weird. But then I'm able to go to free camera and look all around, no problem. Why couldn't they just have VR? I don't understand why they don't have VR.
The number one thing that pisses me off about that, the number one thing, is that every now and then it'll bug. Like if you flop in and out of VR enough, it'll bug, and you're still in VR, but you don't have any interface or anything. You don't have crosshairs or anything, but it works.
Yeah, I had to task kill it. I plotted a jump with my carrier, and then all of a sudden I was in space outside my carrier, looking at my carrier. And there were no menus. There was no nothing. I couldn't hit escape to leave the game. I couldn't do anything. I could just look around, and I was just in space. Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I had to go task kill. It was just a random bug. But besides that, I was locked at the 80 frames that the Rift S runs at straight the whole time. I didn't have any hiccups at all with my 3080 Ti, even walking around my carrier. So compared to when it launched, a year ago, it's come a long, long ways.
Yeah, I got 32 gigs of RAM. I got a 2080 Ti, and normally, man, it's sitting there like at 40 degrees Celsius. It's, I don't know, 40% load. I go down onto a planet, it goes up to about 50% load. I start walking around about 60%, and then, man, like if you get more than 2 or 3 people on there, the frame rate starts tanking. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way this game is pushing this thing this hard, and it's not even really capping my video card. My temps aren't going up, my usage isn't going up. But man, I look over at my fans. My fans, they start spinning up. They're like, all right, we're ready for it, and nothing ever happens.
Yeah, well, that's the nature of the bug that Trax has been championing. Talking's hard. Yeah, the one that he's been pushing, and we all see it. Once you see the actual numbers and watch your own utilization, you can see that he's onto something, and they need to figure out what it is. Because if they just let our hardware work, the game would run way, way, way smoother.
Dude, and I'm not a developer, but like from a IT troubleshooting perspective, this thing screams of some sort of hardware limitation that they have in place from consoles.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, it
I'm with
is.
that. I lean towards, I think it's a network thing where it's doing some communications in the background where it's not letting things move forward without verification of stuff. That's why it's so many of these adjudication server errors and stuff. There's something in there where it's requiring more than it should in its communication, with each other. Even when you're not in multiplayer, it's for some reason communicating back to their servers or whatever. It's odd. What do you think, Nurgle? Me and Ty have just rambled quite a bit.
Yeah,
No,
I'm sorry.
I would like to think that it's not a hardware limitation from consoles, because I would like to think that the code bases are separate enough that you wouldn't see that on the PC side. However, I have to admit there is nothing in my previous experience with FDev that makes me think that they would actually separate the code bases. So it could be, but I I am at a loss to even give any good ideas for why it would do the things it does, because I run a Series 4 processor, an i5 Series 4 with an RX 580, and I will find parts of the game where my GPU is running at 60%.
That's insane.
Now, I mean, that's usually when there's nothing going on, but why aren't you drawing more frames?
Yeah.
Now, I completely understand why I bog down and why I get stutter when, I get into the middle of a CZ, because I'm at the ragged edge of the lower end of the specs for the system. And everything is appropriately spiked to max doing that. But if I'm, sitting on a landing pad on a carrier somewhere, I still should not be running at 50% of my GPU. Draw the extra frames, damn it. So there's definitely something weird going on in the background that I don't know if they'll ever even get to the bottom of it, and I know they'll never tell us what's going on.
No.
Well, that's a given. What do you think, Bard?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm throwing it out there. I hadn't heard you even breathe in a while, so I wanted to make sure you weren't sleeping.
Oh, I'm still alive and kicking, but yeah, no, I
You're the
don't
guy
know.
that tried to turn a PS4 into a PC. So
And I'm still working on it. It's like I said, been a busy fucking week, but goddamn. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, because yeah, I can definitely tell that there's been some difference in the way things have been going and the way the game has been performing. Because I mean, take a look at my CG predictions; they've been misses, just complete misses. So something is definitely changing, and I don't know. It seems to be leaking into the narrative of the story as well as the gameplay. So
wait a minute. Is it part of the shtick that you always guess wrong what they're going to do? I thought that
no,
was part of the
I
deal.
actually
No,
try.
he's trying.
I try. I swear I try to get it right. I do. That's my problem, as I mostly miss. But I mean, there. Yes, stuff's different. But as to why the game doesn't, you know, go at full bore, full tilt at all times, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
it's wackadoodle.
one of the things I'll tell you, and I've been told about this, and I think I mentioned this last week, was that this patch that's coming up in May. If you look at the timing of things, this should be the first patch that they've kind of worked on where they don't have to work on consoles.
Right.
And this will be the patch to kind of watch to kind of see how much they can really fix. Because if they actually make some good strides and good fixes on it, those are really good signs for the future. And if they don't, that means they don't even know what the hell the damn problem is. And that's
True.
a real big tell.
Yeah.
I do got to step away, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's late, and I know, but I was here late. So,
all right. Good night. I'm going to get Data's and Teflon's thoughts on this, and we're probably wrapping up the show. So,
I didn't mean to derail everything. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, I'll
quit apologizing.
go.
It's all good. Thanks
go.
for being here.
You're all good, dude.
You're making it worse.
Night, guys.
Good night.
All right.
I have no clue on the technical things. Like, just go. Everyone go up vote. Trax's issue on the issue tracker. That's maybe the best chance we have at this. But I guess I'm not salty or angry, but maybe I've taken the similar mindset to Souverine, how you described it. Like, I don't expect anything anymore or try to get excited about future features or things being added to the game. I just have fun with what's in there.
Fly my spaceship.
And Yep. Find
Pretty
what
much
is
my
fun for
philosophy,
you and
too.
do that.
I just enjoy what I have. And if anything else comes along, cool.
Yes, it's much less broken than it was when Odyssey launched. So I feel like it's back to a fresh.
Stability and performance as separate issues. I care about stability more than performance. Oh, that's absolutely sucking the fun out of a lot of these evenings is when it just crashes.
Or the AX conflict zones don't populate with interceptors.
Yep.
Scouts.
That's to me, that's in the stability rather than performance. It's not working. It's not that it's not working well. It's just not working. Fix that.
Yeah, I know I have to kill the task whenever I trade down mats, after a full day of bug smashing, got to trade down my mats and, I got to kill the program. It just hangs up, it freezes. Just doing anything.
When I get to the third one, and then I'll go to get to the third one, and then it bugs where I have to, but I don't have to kill the desktop. All I have to do is exit to menu, which is weird. It like locks up, but I can still hit escape and go to menu. So it's the only time in this game that it lets me still log out when it freezes up.
I read a lot of completely works.
I'm 30 years old. I'm next episode 8. It's just
Yeah.
Let's have a
it's
quick
unbelievable.
discussion, quick review
Yeah.
of the
Yeah, let's
prequel
talk about this,
trilogy.
Chig.
All right.
Yeah, let's get into this.
We're beyond our hour and a half mark. We try to keep these things to an hour and a half. This is definitely well one of the weeks when we need some filler. If we still keep getting jack shit for news, and it looks like the week we have news will be the week that Trax is here. So that
Yeah.
son of a bitch. It'll be the off week, and I want to that can be a discussion topic one night. We'll just go off on we'll just do a whole Star Wars episode one night, and
Chig, you really want me to embarrass you in front of all the
oh yeah,
listenership, in front of
I'm game. Yeah,
for
I'm
Star
game.
Wars?
I'm game for you to look as dumb as you want to look, man.
We're into that.
That's fine.
We're into public embarrassment. Yeah.
I have no problem with that. And another show I want to do, it's always on the bottom of my notebook. I just want to do a talk about ships show one time. We haven't talked ships other than Ty talking about his Corvette sucking very much at all. And I'd like to just get our thoughts on ships. You know, we've all played this game so much. We all have our favorites and stuff. And I think that'd be a good discussion. So we should have that on the agenda one of these weeks, you know, when we don't have a lot of news or anything to talk about. So
Really like
just
that idea.
throwing that out there. So I'm going to go through the usual stuff. Go to loosescrews.com. You can buy merch. Get yourself some yoga pants. You can go to discord.io/loose screws and you can join us on the Discord. There's always stuff going on, people talking. You can learn a lot. It's kind of become almost a Elite Dangerous wiki at this point. You just type a question and it's there. We can help you with anything. If you know anybody that did anything awesome in game, or you yourself did anything awesome in game, post it in Chig Chat so we can cover it. We can give you some recognition. Or if you did something just really stupid, we'll talk about that too. We just were mentioning we're okay with public embarrassment, so share anything you have, or if you want, anything. If there's anything you want us to talk about on the show, any topics, because the slow news cycle is going to kill us. So if there's a topic you want our opinion on, throw that in Chig Chat too, and we'll add it to the list.
Anything, cars, home improvement advice.
Yeah,
anything.
Chicken, mac and cheese,
tacos,
recipes.
We'll talk about anything. You have some requests, send it our way. If it involves me singing, that is the only thing that's off the table. So
Chig will exclusively handle dating advice.
No, that's your category. Dating Thargoids 101. We'll have to figure that one out. The proper courtship.
We'll let Dubs do dating advice when he gets back.
Oh God! Actually, we'll have Tasha come on and give love advice. That should be interesting. Dubs' wife can handle that for us. Somebody let her know that that's her new job.
Just beat him up.
All right, everybody say goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hold it.
Bye.